Welcome to my Stalker 2 quick start guide. This is aimed at veteran, but it applies to any playthrough. So the first thing you want to do when you start a new save file is loot all of the dudes because they have near perfect durability guns. And what we're going to be doing is storing those guns in a safe spot. We can wait for this spark to go by. It has a set path, so you can just follow it. Now where that guy died, grab his weapons, grab all his stuff. That's 2 perfect condition guns so far. And then you can just run through here. There's a med pack over here. After you get out of the tube, there's a building right over here with some more stuff in it. The guy with some ammo, healing items, an AK-74U. So now we have 3 weapons to sell that are perfect durability if we want to sell or keep or use them. After you climb this ladder and you see the bloodsucker kill a dude, there's some ammo right here, so grab that. We're going to be depositing all this stuff into the storage before we lose all these items, so we're going to keep everything but the M4. There's also a stash in here that has 40 rounds for the M4, and then it actually has 2 of these, but I already took it, so I put it back. Just to show that there's like 2 scientific kits, which is pretty nice. Those are very valuable, pretty good healing items. After you leave the bunker, you have to go get your first artifact, and you can just kind of hop right over. Make sure your health is full and you have an AK, at least like 1 to 2 AKs ready, because as soon as you get this thing, you are now in a fight with a bloodsucker. Make sure you have some stamina. Keep your flashlight on. Look for the invisible thing running at you really fast. Try to get headshots. Bait the attack. Try to track him. Bait the attack. Go for headshots. If you can't, go for body shots. If ADSing is too crazy because you only have such a small time window, then like you have such a very tiny time window. Just go for body shots and shoot from the hip. That's fine. Like you can just shoot like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You'll waste more ammo the other way, like this way, but alright, we got him, I think. Yeah. Yeah, if you can track well and you can snap to his head like after you sprint to the side, all you have to do, the main thing, wait for his attack, make sure you have stamina, don't be over encumbered, sprint to the side, and then just get the shots off. And that's true for pretty much every bloodsucker. So after the little bandit fight, make sure you loot everything. And you're gonna start getting weapons that have durability. So if you get some reds, you don't want to carry them. You can sell them in the future, but carrying them early is debatably good or not. So you can just unload them to get the ammo and just store them. I would keep yellows though, those can be sold. If encumbrance is an issue, just drop like the least valuable things and then unload all the reds, take all the ammo, take all the supplies. For this next part, there is a poltergeist, which is this ghost dude that throws objects at you. There's items in there that are worth getting. There's like 2 army med kits and 45 rounds of ammo. Don't kill the poltergeist. Killing it doesn't really help you and you're probably gonna take damage anyways. So if he hits you with objects, just heal up, but just climb up this ladder. So you can turn on your flashlight and just kind of carry on. You want to run up here, grab that, heal, and then leave. On our way in, there is a safe in there with some med kits in it, and what we're going to do is deposit all of our stuff into here, into this safe. I think either safe works, but we're going to put everything, including our armor, in there. And what this gives us, and if you don't want to haul this all back at once, you can take these items back like a few at a time, but it gives you a lot of high condition weapons that can be used either in combat or you can sell, and then you can just deposit the rest of this stuff in there. The PDA. Pretty much everything that you will lose. You can't put quest items in there, so like put all your ammo. Just put literally everything in there. You have a nice stash to start the game with. After you get woken up, you can go get your stuff. Here it all is. You got some armor, several full durability weapons. You can just take all. So after you get your stuff back, you can climb up this tower. It's a med kit, some ammo, and some random loot. It might not be random, but either way, you get a med kit, potentially 2 guaranteed. After this first bandit fight, definitely loot everything. Check every single weapon. What you want to start getting into the habit of doing is unloading weapons. So pick up every weapon and check it manually for durability. It usually doesn't show you the durability for dropped weapons, so what you have to do is pick them up, open up your inventory, and any yellows you want to keep early game, you can drop reds. So if you get a red, unload it, right click, unload. You can unload all the weapons you plan on selling. Talk to him, do a mission. There is a stash, so like right where we talked to that dude over there at that bandit fight, you can just jump up here. Go on there first. Just get up here. Stash right here. Okay, then there is a stash with an MP5 in there. It's called the Viper, but it's an MP5, let's be real. I'm tired of pretending it's not. But it's in here. You'll eat some radiation, but if you just quick loot, then get out. Nice weapon for you. Let's go over inventory stuff. So typically you want to use basic med kits. Now you can use the more advanced ones. They are rarer and you typically will burn through them. So you can almost count on having a ton of med kits. So I always put that in the first use slot. And then I have bandages for the second. Med kits do help with bleeding. A lot of people don't realize this. They don't, like if you have high levels of it, they won't get rid of it, but they'll reduce it. So you have bandages to get rid of bleeding, med kits to mitigate small amounts of bleed and heal. And then I usually have an energy drink here. And then this item can be whatever utility you want. It can be alcohol for radiation. Typically I make it food. So you have major heal, bleed heal, energy, food. That's just generally what I use, but you can set it up to however you feel is best. So for these early fights, I'm going to be trying to be mostly getting close and using Skiff's pistol. It's cheap to repair. I think it's free to repair for the first couple of times. And it also helps you conserve on durability for other weapons. So you can kind of just be like a sneaky boy. Just pop heads. So just take, plan your shots. Take your time. After that quest, make sure you come up here and grab all this stuff. And open this. You get a free silencer. Alright, after you rescue this dude and get your reward, I do not recommend getting the echo detector from him because you already have one. And also, we're going to be killing him and getting it anyways. So kill this dude. After he talks to his friend, he mysteriously died, we don't know how. And you take the echo detector, which you can then sell. Take the grenade. You can take his shotgun, whatever. Take the PDA, which I believe gives you something. So depending on what reward you get, I think the PDA reveals the reward, or it reveals the stash, because there's like a stash that gets marked with the PDA. Someone's stash. Yeah, Gloomy's stash. So we can go grab that. But I think if you just take money from him and then kill him, you get the stash anyways from that PDA. So yeah, you might as well do that. I don't think there's any consequences. If there is, definitely comment them below, but I'm pretty sure there's not. And we're stalkers. We don't have a faction yet, so it's whatever. As long as no one sees. After you kill Gloomy and discover the location of his stash, there's a lot of stuff to loot. So first we're going to grab these things in here, get free stuff, and then what you want to do, get a little bit of distance, shoot that, get on over here to this Gloomy stash. Oh, and now that we're here, that's his stash. Now that we're here, there's an artifact in here, and we're going to be getting it. So just kind of inch your way in there. There's our artifacts, we got a cavity. It should be random, so what you get will be random. If you get a junk one, just sell it, but if you get one that's good... this is not bad. This is actually quite good. As long as I get a weak radiation one, I can equip this and just have a little bit of bleed resistance and a weight decrease. So this is actually a pretty good drop. But yeah, you might as well grab that because it's literally right there. And then we'll head back the way we came. Now that we've gotten that artifact, what you want to do is create a loot marker. So on PC, you can hit tab. So it says marker menu. So whatever the button is on console, but you hit tab on PC, then I'm going to click on this chest icon. I'm just going to leave this here. Every couple of days, artifacts respawn. So the artifact at each location, like each anomaly location you find, respawns. So as you go throughout the game and discover these, you want to keep track of them, because whenever you fast travel using guides from settlement to settlement, you can always just quickly run over, grab whatever the new generated artifacts are, and do artifact runs to make easy cash. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go see a hamster. Now I know what you're thinking.
I know it's dangerous.
Are we going to sell him stuff yet? No. We have discipline.
No way, man.
Discipline comes from within. And what we are going to be doing is storing all the stuff, all the things we plan on selling, and we're going to wait until we have them liking us from doing quests, and then we're going to sell it all to the highest bidder. Now you can sell some things, but in early game, like look at how many supplies I have. Do I need to buy med kits ever? No. Do I need bandages? Probably not. So I'm going to store all of my high-end healing items for late game. I'm going to start storing food items so that I have like a reserve of food whenever I need it. And for now, I don't really recommend selling too much, but what you can do, if you have red weapons too, you can store those for later. You can sell those to the one dude. So I'm just going to store all these things for now, and we can decide what we want to sell later. If you want to sell certain things, go for it, but make sure you check vendor prices. But this is, like, you should be in a pretty good position at this point to start the game. Like, you have a ton of resources. You actually don't need this many with you. I recommend only carrying at most, like, 5 to 10 med kits at a time for early game. You probably can put even more in. So, and then for grenades, probably don't need more than, like, 2 to 3. Non-stop energy is fine. Bandages, I would say, like, 10 to 15. We'll just run 5 of these. So we'll start organizing our inventory. You don't need more than a few food. Alcohol's fine. For ammo, deposit all the ammo you're not using. So if I'm not using shotgun ammo, I don't need it on me. Like, the thing is, you want to keep your weight low so you can loot stuff. Now, when you do sell stuff, like, look at the icon in the top center. If it's green, you will get better rates for selling things. So try to do quests for people first to get on their good side, and then sell the items then. So whatever you don't want to keep. But yeah, that's pretty much it. For other things, there's like, you know, you can loot the stash. I didn't loot this yet. You can start getting quests and just start going on your way. Alright, if you enjoyed this or found this useful, definitely like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.